What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. So today I want to talk about trading stocks in a Roth IRA. All right. I think I'm going to talk a lot more on this channel about stocks and stock trading. I've been so involved in it over the last 5 months and been so successful at it that it's kind of what I want to talk about. So that's what we're going to do here for the next however long, okay? So subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more about, how I've done and maybe what I'm trading and what my strategies are. And like the video if you like the content. So, if we look from the beginning, okay, I've only been doing this about 5 months, okay? And 6 months ago, I asked myself, how am I going to retire? I've made no provisions for my future. So I started doing research about retirement, about ways to retire and do it faster or better than just with a 401k. And of course, the first thing I found when looking at all these videos and stuff by financial advisors is the Roth IRA. All right, and the main benefit is that it's tax-free. There are other benefits as well. But, so then somewhere along the line, while going down that rabbit hole, I started thinking about actually trading stocks, okay, and not just investing, in mutual funds and stuff like that. And so I started looking at, well, with the tax benefits, can I trade stocks inside of a Roth IRA? Because, I've only got experience with 401ks, and you can't really do that in there. So you can only invest in mutual funds and stuff, and it's just not an environment for that. Well, so what I found when I started researching this is that you'll find a lot of mixed signals, like most of the information that I found, while they reluctantly admit that you can trade stocks in a Roth IRA, they were very discouraging and very negative about it. All right, and they were like, well, it's discouraged, and we don't recommend that you trade inside of a Roth IRA, and blah 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 blah. Okay. But the more research I did, the more I found that yes, you absolutely can trade inside of a Roth IRA. Day trade. Now you can't do everything. I don't think you can short stocks, and I'm not sure about options trading and stuff. But if you just want to buy low and sell high, and just do regular old stock trading, you can absolutely do that inside of a Roth IRA. All right. Now here's what I think. Here's why I think they discourage you. Okay. These channels and these people who talk about this and the information that you find on the internet are from financial advisors who are their job is to build retirement accounts, okay? And all of them think that 5 to 7% per year, compounded and whatever, that's the way they look at it. They want you putting money into mutual funds that are going to reliably make 5 to 7% average over a 10-year period. It makes their math easier, and it also makes them look good because, your portfolio will most of the time be up when you look at it, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, there are people like me, I'm 46 years old. I don't have time to try to do 5 to 7%, and I'm more greedy than that, okay? I'll be honest with you. I'm more greedy than that. I do a bunch of research on YouTube, and I see all these guys doubling their money and, 60% gains and even 30% gains, and I'm like, why would I want 5 to 7% a year? That's like, what? I got $10,000 in there, that's, $500 in a year. That doesn't seem like a very good way to save for retirement. Okay, so you absolutely can trade in a Roth IRA, all right? And we're going to talk a little bit more about it. hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm going to continue talking about this stuff on this channel and talking about what moves I'm making. So I've been doing this. I started researching about 6 months ago, and it's been less than 5 months that I've actually been using this strategy. Okay. Now I've structured my life in such a way to where I have very little bills. All right, my total bills are under $300 a month. All right. So all the money that I make out here on the road, I'm a truck driver, all the money that I make out here on the road, I sock it away and stuff. So over the last 5 months, I've put $4,000 into my Roth IRA. All right. Now in the beginning, I was trying to do some penny stocks because I didn't have very much money in my account. Okay, you know, back when I was like $500 and $1,000 and stuff, I'm like, I can't buy very much with this. You know what I mean? And so I got involved with these little penny stocks. You know, I would see these videos. I'm like, how can I maximize what I can do with this money? And I thought, well, hey, if I can buy 10,000 shares of something that's, you know, 20 cents a share, you know, if it just goes up a few pennies, I'll make a bunch of money. Stay away from it. Just stay away from the penny stocks. You know, not that there aren't a few like $3 stocks and stuff like that that would be good investments, but you know, just stay away from all that penny stock stuff. Just start socking a little bit of money away as much as you can, and just eventually you'll get there, all right, to where you can buy the more expensive stuff. Anyway, I made some losses on some of that stuff, you know, and my account was down. Learned those lessons, and I brought the account back. And, you know, like I said, I put $4,000 in my account. And today, I'm about $80 away from a 50% return. My account is worth $5,900 and something today. So that's almost 50%. I do expect today I will probably hit 50%. So let's just say 50%. That's 10 times more than I would have made in a whole year in a 401k. I think my personal 401k, my rate of return for the year is like 6% or something like that. So I'm nearly 10 times that in 4 months in a Roth IRA with the strategy that I use. And I have access to the money. I mean, now bear in mind that if you're trying to make money in the stock market to buy a motorcycle next month, the Roth IRA is not the best thing for you to do, because with I put $4,000 in there and it's worth almost $6,000. Okay, I can't take $6,000 out of it. Now I could take it all out, but there would be all kinds of penalties and stuff involved. Okay, like with a 401k. But my $4,000, I can take that out. It don't cost me a dime. You know what I mean? I can sell some stocks till I have $4,000. And as soon as it settles, I can hit 3 buttons and that shit will be in my account in 3 days. I mean, no penalties, nothing. So it's almost, in a way, also serves as a savings account, except for your savings account, the money that you put in there is making you money. Now, there is a drawback to doing that you know, you can only put $6,000 a year in a Roth IRA. Okay? So if I take my $4,000 back out, it's still going to say that I have put $4,000 in there. Okay, and you got 90 days to put that back. And if you don't put it back, then you can only put another $2,000 in there for the year. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like say, you know, you've done 2 years, you put $10,000 in there, and you want to use that for a down payment on a house, well, just pull it out and make a down payment. Whatever gains you have in there, you leave in there. And then when you retire, that's when you can take that stuff out tax-free. You know, so there's some trade-offs. If you're trying to make money, like I said, so that you can buy a car next year, you know, Roth IRA is not for you. But some of the advantages are, like if you have just a regular cash account, say with Webull or whoever, Fidelity, just a regular trading account, okay? You buy a stock for $100, and it goes up to $1,000. It goes up to $1,100, okay? If you sell that and take your $1,000 profit out of it, you're going to pay your normal tax rate on that gain. So that $1,000 that you made, you know, just say your tax rate's 20%, you're going to get $800 of it, all right? Now, if you leave it, if you buy that stock and you wait over a year to cash it in, you get a tax break, you know, and it drops down to like 15%, or I don't know what the exact number is. So this kind of discourages you from making moves in and out of a stock, because every move that you make, every time you sell for a profit, you pay taxes on that, and that shit adds up. You know, by the end of the year, you're going to have a big old tax bill. But with the Roth IRA, you don't have any of that. It's tax-free. So if I buy a stock for $100 and tomorrow it goes up to $1,100, I can sell that, and there's no taxes associated with it. Then I can redeploy that. Now, I can't take that $1,000 of profit out until I retire, but when I retire, there's no taxes. So if I make $1 million in my Roth IRA and I hold it in there until I retire, that's $1 million tax-free, guys. If I do that in a 401k, I got to pay taxes, and you know, I'm only going to get $800,000 of that. If I do that, especially by going in and out of stocks in less than a year in a cash account, I'm going to pay way more in taxes. So the taxes are a huge benefit to doing it in a Roth IRA. And while you will find a lot of information out there that discourages you from doing that, that's because those guys are trying to get you to do a slow and steady approach. They're trying to get you to do a slow and steady retirement approach, like they preach and preach and preach. But if you're a smart person and you pay attention and you make the right moves, you can do way, way better than that 5 to 7% a year. All right? They're just taught, those financial advisors, that's what they do. They try to help you to have a guaranteed return. All right? I don't want guarantees. I want to use my brain, my instincts to do better, to make more. And you can do that in a Roth IRA. And you can retire earlier. It is possible. It's what I'm doing. And if you're willing to put in the work and to be careful and not make stupid decisions, I encourage you to do it as well. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver. But like I said, I've been really successful about this so far. So, stay tuned for more videos. We'll talk more about my specific strategy and how I've been able to get the gains that I've gotten and what stocks I'm looking at and stuff like that. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, like the video, let me know that you want to hear more. Thanks for watching.